Good morning, good afternoon, good evening Internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Economical Rides. Hi there. So today we're going to do things a little bit differently. You join me. I've already arrived in Alcudia de Monteagud. I'm here today on Buddy. It's a cracking day and I feel like going for a bit of a walk. So join me today as I walk around the village of Alcudia de Monteagud. Later you can join me on the ride home for a little bit of a general chat. But for now, Alcudia de Monteagud is waiting for us. So let's go and have a look around. Right, so that was Alcudia de Monteagud. I hope you enjoyed that little walk around. I certainly did. And now we just go for the scenic ride home. I was actually hoping to get the drone up, but there are a lot of low-hanging power lines here, like these ones, and they're all over the place, so they're pretty impossible to see, so I didn't want to risk it. So, it's great to be back out on Buddy again. It's been a long time because the weather's been pretty grim. It's not been wet like it has been for a lot of you. It's just been incredibly windy the whole time. I mean, even yesterday it was, I think it was 45 mile per hour constant wind and 65 mile per hour gusts. The weather hasn't been too bad apart from the wind, but like today, it's beautiful. It's 21 degrees and yeah, very little wind, so it's a great opportunity to get back out on Buddy. I mean, I take Norman out when the weather's a bit iffy. I take him out in the wind as well because I'm riding slower, so the wind noise isn't quite so terrible. But yeah, it's been a struggle to get out on Buddy because of the way the weather's been lately. In fact, it's been so long since I've been out on Buddy that it felt really weird when I got on Buddy, because most of my recent rides have been on Norman and everything was in a different position and it felt incredibly low to the ground. But yeah, within I don't know, 5 minutes or so, quickly get back into the groove. I actually managed to choose the right clothing today. You know, it's a weird time of the year really. You're either too hot or too cold. I actually thought, well, if I'm walking about, my winter jacket with the liner in, it's going to be too hot at 20 degrees. But then I thought, oh, but can you wear the mesh jacket? You know, it'll be alright when you're walking, but will it be too cold when you're riding? Well, actually, I've got the mesh jacket on today and it's absolutely fine. It's kind of like a spring day, really. It's lovely. Yeah, so this is a nice little road home from Alcudia de Monteagud. There's an even nicer way that I can take from this road to get home, but it's a very long ride and we're going to be running out of daylight soon, and Ruby doesn't want to have her sausages in the dark, so I'm going to take the direct route home from here. But that does include this nice little section. So by now you'll have seen my super extensive opinion piece on the Himalayan 452. Thank you for watching that, those of you that watched that, and for leaving your nice comments. And of course we've had Armageddon 2, which was absolutely awesome. Once again, thank you Exeter Rider, thank you Steve, and thank you to everybody who turned up. There was lots of chat going on in the chat. Everyone seemed to be having a great time, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, thank you to everyone who turned up for Armageddon 2. And if you had the misfortune not to be able to catch it live, you can find a recording of the show on my live tab of my channel homepage. So where you have the videos and the shorts, there's also a section called live. If you check that out, you should find the 2 live shows that I've done so far, including the most recent one, which we managed to keep down to a very respectable 2.5 hours. Not the 4 hours that we managed for the first one. Although some of you were still quite keen for us to carry on, in the interests of being able to put it up as a podcast and maybe people watching after the event, I decided to keep it a little bit shorter. So but don't worry, I'm sure we'll be doing other shows in the future, so anything we didn't cover this time we'll cover next time. I like this little village, it's a cutie. Another little cutie. Oh, there's a cat. Yeah, this is definitely more like it. Unfortunately, these days are not as common as they used to be. Going back 10 years, probably most of the winter would have been like this, but we get more and more grim weather every year, it seems. But sometimes these days do come along in the winter, and when they do, if you can, you have to make the most of them. So yeah, we've got one video for you this week. So yeah, I think this video is going to be the last Tuesday before Christmas. So of course, let me take this opportunity as you watch this. Christmas should be coming up in 4 or 5 days, I think. Ruby and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. We thank you very much for your support again in 2023, and we look forward to seeing you all happy and healthy and prosperous in 2024. I'll probably do a silly little extra Christmas video for you. As long as I've got time, I'll definitely do that, because that's a bit of a tradition. We always do a little late Christmas video for you, so we'll try and do that just before Christmas. So Buddy's got another service coming up. It's a 6-month service in January, which I'm not looking forward to, because that means leaving home at 6:30 in the morning in the winter when it's cold and dark and possibly icy. It's always the worst service of the year, that one. So that'll be coming up in January. But then I'll be at the dealership, and I will bend there a little bit about the possibility of there being a Himalayan 452 as a demo bike, because obviously I'd love to have a go on one myself. But he's absolutely purring along at the moment, really enjoying himself. So in terms of videos coming up, I think I'm still going to try and do other people's lives, episode 3. And I've got some things I want to do with Norman. I think the next stage in my off-road development is going to be going up a trail instead of down. Because so far I've always managed to be coming down the trails. So now I want to see what it's like to go up a trail. I think initially I'll do one of the easier trails and not the Trail of Death, but ultimately if I can do the Trail of Death as an ascent as well as a descent, I think I'll be doing pretty well. So that's the next little thing I want to work on, going uphill up a trail. I'm not sure. I think it should be easier because you don't have to brake really, you just roll on off the throttle. As long as you're not traction limited coming out of a bend, I would imagine it's fairly straightforward, but we shall see. So are you all looking forward to Christmas, or are you like me, kind of like a Christmas Grinch? I'm really not really a Christmas person, but we'll get through it. Maybe some of you are getting yourself a nice present for Christmas, possibly motorcycle related. If you are, let me know in the comments what you're going to get yourself for Christmas. I'd be interested to know what you're all up to. This is another nice village. I think they've got a nice bar here, I seem to have found on Google. I've never managed to actually go there yet, but yeah, it's another nice village. I'm getting the low sun now. I hope that's not too bad for the camera. I've just had to put my sun visor down so that I can see something. So Buddy's done 9,300 kilometres now, so we've soon done 10k, and of course he's been absolutely superb the whole time. And at the moment, after he had his valves done in, when was that? July, June, he seems to be running very sweetly indeed. What a lovely road this is. This is also really nice in the springtime because you get quite a bit of wildflower growth going on left and right, and then you get this view. That's a pretty wide view. That's a big old view. Yeah, it's amazing how the terrain suddenly opens up, and then you go from like all this sort of narrow little hills, suddenly this massive wide open area. Yes, I'm very fortunate to be able to ride roads like this in December, in weather like this, in my mesh jacket and feeling comfortable. Yeah, that low sun is obviously a bit of a nuisance, but beggars can't be choosers. Unfortunately, I didn't get out as early as I'd hoped, so it'll be getting nearly dark by the time I get home, I imagine. And I should have that low sun in my eyes most of the way. Oh joy. So did I get myself anything for Christmas? Yeah, I guess I got myself the drone, really. I don't think I'll be getting myself anything else. The drone was kind of my early Christmas present to myself. give a quick shout out to Martin Trafford, Moorland Biker, his YouTube channel. I've mentioned it in previous videos, but he was actually out in this region in October, I think it was. Yeah, October. And yeah, we tried to meet up, but unfortunately when he suggested we meet up, I was just on the way to Germany, packing my bags at that moment in time, so I couldn't actually meet up with him. But anyway, his videos from the region are now coming on stream on his channel, his time that he spent out here. So I'm enjoying watching those. I'm enjoying watching Martin ride around my backyard, and yeah, I'm interested to see which other roads he's ridden around here. He hasn't told me yet, so I'll be as surprised as everyone else when the videos come out, and I'm looking forward to seeing them, of course. So yeah, that's Martin Trafford, Moorland Biker. If you like this area and you want to see more videos of this area, and he's doing it on a Himalayan as well, by the way, which I know would be of interest to a lot of you, check out his channel. I'll link to it in the video description. This road is just so nice. I mean, the views are great, and the bends are kind of flowing, not terribly tight, most of them. Right, so that's pretty much the end of this nice bit of road. After this it gets a bit boring. Well, there's an alternative route, as I said, which goes up over another mountain, which is really nice, but I haven't got the time for that today, so I'm going to go home the easy way. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed our little trip around Alcudia de Monteagud. Oh, by the way, I did some research. I know, right? I did. And apparently, because I always thought Alcudia de Monteagud doesn't sound like a Spanish name, right? Well, it isn't. It's Arabic. And apparently Alcudia means mountain, so it's Monteagud mountain, goats. So there you go. So that's why it's such a weird name, and why I always have trouble remembering it, because it's not Spanish sounding at all, and in fact it's Arabic in origin. So there you go. That was interesting, or not, you know. Yeah, well, it was interesting. Come on, be fair, it was interesting. Every day's a school day on this channel. Anyway, right, so the road's just about to get tedious. There's a T-junction coming up in a minute, and then it will be super tedious. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Have a great Christmas. I'll probably get another video out before the new year, but if not, have a great new year as well. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Like if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notifications bell if you like this sort of thing and you don't want to miss it in future. You'll be informed every time I upload a new video. Right, I'm off home to get Ruby a sausage. Hopefully it won't be dark, but it might be. But anyway, we'll see what it's like when I get there, because she's definitely coming up now with a sausage. Bye bye. So Ruby, I've asked your viewers what they're getting for Christmas. What do you think you'd like for Christmas? I think I know the answer. Sausages. Well, you're quite lucky, because we do actually have sausages. Hang on. Pre-Christmas sausages. More sausages for Christmas, please. Pre-Christmas sausages. Nice one.